We actually fear love itself. Don't be afraid of love, because you are still afraid of yourself. Hello! I'm back with my third video. I'm so excited. Today I'm going to be sharing the duality of love and fear. Since this is the first time I'm sharing this on my channel, this is going to be more of a basic video because you can really go deep with this stuff. So I'm going to start off by defining both of these things. So fear is actually something that you really know well. It's when you feel horrible inside. It's when your body is just crumbling and you feel contracted and you feel like you're not growing. Everything is just at a halt and your emotions are down in the dumps. You're either shameful, you're fearful of the future, you have anxiety, you feel like there's no point in living. That's basically what it is. That's feeling it on the inside. Fear itself is what degrades, it shames, it manipulates, it pollutes, it harms, it shushes, it separates, and it isolates people. That's what fear is really about. The opposite side, love. I can't help smiling when I think about it. Love is actually what this universe is built on. But when it comes to duality, love and fear, lowercase. Love, which is the universe, is a synonym for God, for the universe, for Allah, whatever you want to call it. That's capital L. So I'll let you know when I talk about that. But love, you know love very well too. Love is when you feel amazing, you feel expansive, you feel like you're growing each and every day. You feel like everything is working out for you. You feel like you're being taken care of. Love basically connects, it uplifts, it improves, it adds, it encourages, it fulfills, and it creates overall feelings of positivity in your life. How come it's what you feel in your body? Both of these times I refer to something that you feel inside your body, right? So this is actually your inner gauge for discerning whether something is on the side of fear or on the side of love. When it comes to your heart center, it really knows when something is one side or another. For example, you meet somebody who seems like they're great, they seem to have very clever words, they're well-wishing overall, and they say they can help you, but there's just something in your body that says, I'm not sure if they're right for my life. But you ignore it because they're charming or because had connections with your friends in the past. You know, it could be whatever. But it's that really tiny voice that you have to listen to right in here. Not even in here, that's just the center. But overall in your body, if you start getting an ache in your stomach, if your elbow is like really weirdly itchy all of a sudden, if you're like, I don't know, like I feel like sitting down, like I'm really tired, like this person's not making me feel good. That's when you're really connected to your intuition. People need to learn better how to connect with their intuition. I'm sure I'll make a video about that eventually. But when it comes to love, say you meet somebody who wants to help you. You could frame it the same way. It's hilarious and scary at the same time that fear and love, they can present themselves as the opposite. But the only way to realize what they are is from your body. So the same thing. That person wants to help you, they're connected with your friends, they are very charming, and you're like, something's right about this person. And in your body it's telling you yes. You kind of see a future with them. Not in a romantic sense, but you see that like, this is going somewhere. Like, if we work together, if we communicate, if we, you know, kind of create things amongst each other, it will really work out. And I think this is the path that I want to go to. You know, I've always wanted to do this one thing that this person is mentioning. Why are they suddenly in my life? Well, guess what? You're aligning with love. That's the vibration that we always aspire to align with. And gratitude is a great way to do that. My previous video, I talked about that. When it comes to not being intuitive about the feelings in your body, it's usually because you're either currently or you've been taught to be more identified with your ego. The ego is basically a shell around your soul, aka your God self. Say your God self is like a sphere, right? I always imagine it like a deep, dark, like black hole. And wow, I felt so good when I just said that. I know it's the truth, because when I say things like that, I feel capital L love. I feel God. And yeah, that's what you feel in your body. Anyway, so it's this black hole, your soul. And there's a thin shell around it, but it's a very prominent shell. It's very enticing. There's a lot of things in there that you can do. You can get really busy with that shell. The ego encompasses a lot of this reality, because in essence, this reality is an illusion. And a lot of the ego sucks from this illusory reality of ours and tells us that it's true. We'll always think, well, you know, I can touch this and I feel hungry, so that means this is my world and this is me. But in reality, I'm not my hunger, and I'm not the owner of this couch. I'm an expansive self. I'm an infinite being. I'm immortal, and I am God. I won't shy from saying that. I think the people that know that, they really hesitate from saying it, but I want to really just demystify that and destigmatize it. That's what Alan Watts' book, well, it's called The Book on the Taboo Against Knowing Yourself. In that book, he talks about the fact that we are God. And I'm going to tell you right now that you're God too. And whatever you felt just now hearing that, you are just feeling God. You are feeling your true self. I'm going to say it again. Just notice how your body feels. You are God. How do you feel? It feels amazing, right? Eventually, we'll learn what to do with this information on my channel. So, in these two things, there's actually a twist. We actually fear love itself. Yeah, that's how deep the ego goes. We fear that if we let go of this world, we won't have anything to hold on to. That's our fear. But in essence, it's just the last thing that keeps us holding on. And being fearful of love is a form of fear itself. Being fearful, being scared, being confused, being ashamed that you're God, thinking that no, it couldn't possibly be true, or being sad, feeling that you'll never get to this point where you're enlightened or something. These are all forms of fear. In order to just eliminate this completely, there's nothing you can say besides the knowing of it itself. What I mean by that is, don't be afraid of love, because you are still afraid of yourself. Because if you are love, then being afraid of love is being afraid of yourself, aka being afraid of God. Fear of God is another thing that is often programmed in us, unfortunately, by society, by our religion, by our parents, or whatever group that we may have been raised up in. But don't worry, this is actually a process of you evolving and realizing that you are love, coming back to it. That's all part of this journey, and it's beautiful. Like, once you realize that you had thought this way, you don't actually hate yourself for it. You're like, well, you know, the only thing I can think about is growth. That's what love is. If you're not growing, you aren't connected to your love center. You aren't connected to your God self. Just remember, don't be afraid. Just know you are. Just be. Just be. That's all it is. That's all it takes to be love. Be loving, and to find love, and to express love, to feel love. That's all it is. I just had deja vu. That's so crazy. I've seen this in the dream before. I'll talk about dreams a lot. I love dreaming, and they definitely, I know that I predict my future in my dreams. Anyway, let me remind you that the emotions of love, you can see, are on this Hawking scale, right? Remember to stay in the top levels of these in order to remember your godliness. Yes, your highness, your godliness. Those emotions are courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. So if you want to find those things, remember to do your gratitude journaling. I have a video about that already, and I'm excited to grow with you guys. Like, this is just an amazing thing that I'm so thankful to be able to put out to everybody. Peace and namaste, and have a beautiful rest of your day.